Welcome into NBA Now by Chat Sports. I'm Harrison Graham, and the NBA trade deadline is slowly approaching as it'll be here on February 9th. And on today's show, we cooked up 5 blockbuster trade ideas that could make sense and maybe, just maybe, could go down between now and February 9th. So we'll go ahead and jump on in here. How about this trade idea involving the Lakers and the Pacers? Myles Turner and Buddy Hield to the Pacers for Russell Westbrook and a couple of first-round picks. Now, this one has been thrown out there, kind of rumored / reported that the Pacers kind of threw a package similar to this to LA in the offseason, which the Lakers ultimately declined. I don't really get. Now, to Russell Westbrook's credit, he's actually played pretty well this year in mostly a bench role. But moving forward, you got to wonder if you're LA, if you're trying to maximize this window with LeBron, who reportedly wants to retire as a Laker, could 2-for-1 swap, even though you're giving up a couple of firsts, make some sense here. Buddy Hield, a guy who just can make it rain from three-point range, shooting 40% from deep this year. Myles Turner, who's one of the best shot blockers in the NBA, can really score and stretch the floor as well. I think the combination of those two guys definitely outweighs what Russell Westbrook gives you. And yes, obviously you're giving up first-round picks, but LeBron is still an unbelievable player. This is the time. Like, if you're going to try and get another title with LeBron as your centerpiece, you got to make moves now. Even if you're not winning that title this year, these two guys could be a part of the future. Sure, you'd have to make a decision on Turner, but LA's not too far back in the playoff race where they couldn't just get in. And a team with LeBron on it, if you get into the playoffs, you're going to have a chance. Hopefully Anthony Davis could get healthy as well, because he was playing like an MVP before he got hurt. He was that good. So I think you got to strike if you're Los Angeles, because if you don't, that clock's it's going to slowly trickle down for LeBron in his career. Now, should the Lakers make a trade, what do you guys think? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I think they should. I think they will. It's only a matter of time. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. Let's get to trade number 2, as Zach LaVine has been connected to trade rumors. Mavs-Bulls trade here. LaVine to Dallas for Christian Wood, Davis Bertans, Josh Green, and a first. Would you have to give up a second first? Maybe, but with Christian Wood's emergence and improved play, maybe if you're Chicago, you say, okay, we'll take Wood. We'll go ahead and sign him to an extension as well, because he's actually been a pretty solid defender, and he would be an upgrade probably over Vucevic at this point overall. Dallas gets that other creator next to Luka. Yeah, you would miss Wood and his presence down low, but maybe you make a secondary trade or something like that to help. If the Mavs decide they don't want to extend Wood, or Wood's not willing to sign an extension on their terms, then maybe you move him at the deadline, because that means there's a pretty decent chance, a la Jalen Brunson, that you would lose him in NBA free agency. So the Mavs got to figure that out over the next month or so. Obviously, Zach LaVine is a great player, and he's really started to pick it up. He was kind of struggling earlier in the year with his shooting splits, but those have improved. 47% from the field, 40% from three. He's a flat-out bucket. Now, not a great defender, and a backcourt of Luka and LaVine, you would need some perimeter defenders, which you have Dorian Finney-Smith. If Reggie Bullock could ever learn how to shoot again, he's another solid defender as well. But you need another creator. You just do. And LaVine can provide that. You could also slide Spencer Dinwiddie back into a reserve role, bring him off the bench as a sixth man. Maybe Tim Hardaway comes off the bench in that scenario as well. So we'll have to wait and see what happens on that front. But LaVine to Dallas could be interesting. Bulls could be looking to make some moves and deal out some talent. Now, don't waste money. Use Rocket Money, as Rocket Money is going to help you cancel any unnecessary subscriptions and lower your monthly cost in terms of spending. Go ahead and download the app, rocketmoney.com/NBA Now. Rocket Money, formerly known as True Bills. Most Americans believe that they spend $80 per month on subscriptions. Reality is most of us spend well over $200, because you think about it, with all the streaming services out there, you're like, oh yeah, I'll just dump cable and I'll add all these. Well, it ends up adding up to quite a bit of money. Netflix, Hulu, Prime Video, etc. What Rocket Money allows you to do is view all of your subscriptions on one screen. You could say, okay, I want to keep these, cancel that one, cancel this one, keep this, yada, yada, yada. Click cancel next to the ones you don't want. Boom, they'll cancel it for you. You do not have to be the one that reaches out to these companies, get stuck with customer service before finally canceling your subscription and having that bill removed from your monthly payment. They'll handle it for you, and you're going to start saving money every single month. So go to rocketmoney.com/NBA Now. It is rocketmoney.com/NBA Now. Start saving money today. That link is in the description and the comments of this video. Trade number 3. 76ers Knicks trade idea. Evan Fournier, Cam Reddish, a first, and Isaiah Hartenstein to the Sixers for Tobias Harris. Now, there's been some Toby trade rumors in the past where, the Sixers like him, but has he always been the best fit with Embiid? That's a fair question, especially now with the emergence of, who am I thinking of? Tyrese Maxey, along with, James Harden playing well again. He's kind of their fourth option at this point, and maybe if he could be a 2 or a 3 for the Knicks, and then you add kind of volume for the 76ers. Hartenstein can come off the bench. A guy like Fournier can be a bench scorer. And then Philadelphia can kind of play this depth game because they've been stuck in this for a few years now where their starting five is always one of the best, but their bench really struggles. I think trading Harris for a couple of pieces could help with that depth problem. And Tobias Harris is a guy for the Knicks who could be a number 2, a 3, or be a super sixth man or something like that. He still averages 16.5 a game. I mean, the splits are solid. Can play 3 or stretch 4. He's got that versatility as well. Decent enough defender. So I think this could be a trade that works for both sides. Be interesting to see if these two teams could work out a deal. Now, the NBA trade deadline, like we said earlier, is less than a month away. February 9th, we are currently on January 12th. So, hey, listen, the time is going to come up soon for teams to start making trades. We've already seen a couple minor ones. So hit the subscribe button. We're going to have full trade deadline coverage when it's here. We'll be live here on Chat Sports. So don't miss it. It's NBA Now by Chat Sports. Subscribe to the channel today. Couple more trades here. The Boston Celtics and the Phoenix Suns. How about this one? DeAndre Ayton and Jay Crowder to Boston for Malcolm Brogdon, Grant Williams, and Robert Williams. A lot of moving parts here. I do wonder if Boston would be hesitant to move both Grant and Robert Williams because Grant's gotten better and Robert Williams that rim protector for them, but Ayton could do some of that as well. Suns are kind of tanking without D-Book. What are they, 2-10 in their last 12 or something like that? They did beat the Warriors the other night, but it's been bad as of late. Jay Crowder and the Suns mutually agreed to part ways before the season, but a trade has not happened, so we'll see what happens there. But if you're Boston, you would kind of hold the chips here, so you could get a little bit greedy because obviously the Celtics are one of the primary title contenders, but you'd get an extra perimeter defender in Jay Crowder. DeAndre Ayton is an overall upgrade from a guy like Robert Williams, I would say, so could be a trade that works out for both sides. Now, would Ayton thrive on the Celtics? Type T for thrive or F for flop. I mean, he would kind of be in a similar role, right? He'd kind of be that number 3 like he is in Phoenix. He'd be behind Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, but he'd probably be that number 3 guy ahead of Marcus Smart in Boston. So what do you guys think? T for thrive or F for flop? Final trade idea here between the Rockets and the Warriors. Eric Gordon in a second to Golden State for James Wiseman, Ty Jerome, and JaMychal Green, kind of helping match up those salaries here. I actually like this idea a decent amount, and it's not because I don't believe in James Wiseman anymore, but Golden State has kind of been an up-and-down mess this year, and James Wiseman isn't a guy that's helping them in the near term. Maybe ultimate long term he could, but I don't see him helping this year and probably not next year, so get something for him. Eric Gordon is a win-now player. He can shoot the basketball. He can play point or 2 guard. He's a decent defender. I think he'd be motivated to play for a winner like Golden State. He could come off the bench. He could start. He's done both in his career. So I actually like this idea. It's tragic that Golden State drafted James Wiseman over LaMelo Ball, but great franchises miss all the time. That's just the reality of the situation. If you can get something for them, I think that is something that they should consider. All right, we'll recycle through the trades real quick here. Lakers get Myles Turner and Buddy Hield. Pacers get Russell Westbrook and 2 firsts. Mavs get LaVine for Christian Wood, Davis Bertans, Josh Green, and a first. Trade number 3, Sixers get Evan Fournier, Cam Reddish, a first, and Isaiah Hartenstein. Knicks get Tobias Harris. Trade number 4, Celtics get DeAndre Ayton, Jay Crowder. Suns get Malcolm Brogdon, Grant Williams, and Robert Williams. And then trade number 5, Eric Gordon and a second to the Warriors for James Wiseman, Ty Jerome, and JaMychal Green. Which trade is your favorite? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Let us know in the comments section below. All right, that's going to do it for NBA Now by Chat Sports. If you are a real one, roll call, comment real one down in the comment section below, and we'll see you next time here on the channel.